This episode, we'll take a close-up look at the life of the American cowboy.
Here in Montana, cattle and horses outnumber the people.
Spending time on a working ranch gives you a real taste of the cowboy lifestyle.
We'll visit the Lonesome Spur Ranch, where guests from around the world can experience this rugged way of life. This land was once home to 6 Native American tribes who left pictographs on the sandstone cliffs.
We'll see one of the few herds of wild mustangs that still roam the high plateaus.
It's all a part of the magic to be found in the Big Sky state of Montana. And it all happens next on Passport to Adventure.
In the legend and lore that surround American history, there's one lifestyle that's been glorified to an extreme, that of the cowboy of the Old West.
Though the image may not match reality, the western states are made up of wide open spaces and people who cherish this lifestyle. These hard-working folk value their independence.
Being out here where it's still somewhat free, you can relive history that's right here, right by you. You can still play John Wayne if you really want to. I love working the ground, and we raise hay and horses, and it's nice. The kids learn what life is going to be like, that they have to be self-sustaining in some respects, and I think it's the old standards where you took better care of the neighbor's property almost than you do your own, you know? Because tomorrow you want it there in case you need them.
Our home for the next week would be the Lonesome Spur Ranch, 50 miles south of Billings. The ranch has been owned for 5 generations by the Schwen family, whose ancestors came from Europe in the late 1800s.
As homesteaders, they were granted land by the federal government in exchange for settling this untamed region.
Like most Montanans, the Schwens value their family, their space, and their personal relationships far more than money in the bank.
I passed up the extra income and that life that a lot of people would probably go after for being out here on horseback on a nice day like today's what I enjoy doing.
Author Nicholas Evans was so taken by the ranch that he stayed here while doing the research for his novel, The Horse Whisperer. One of the favorite areas for guests to ride is Cottonwood, located directly behind the ranch. This region was once inhabited by the native tribe known as the Crow, and a journey up here is unforgettable.
I enjoyed the ride up the most. The terrain was more rugged, the atmosphere, all the sagebrush, and the view was spectacular.
When hiking in this region, you definitely need to watch your step.
Seen one of the biggest rattlers I ever seen right over there in that green bush. He was probably 5 feet anyway.
The Crow were nomadic people and stayed in this area during spring. They collected roots in the nearby foothills, then would head to the open plain in summer to hunt buffalo.
This group of cowboy wannabes was finally saddled up. We were headed for the Schwen's high pasture land in the Pryor Mountains, where we would be moving cattle from one grazing area to another, all under the watchful eyes of Lonnie and his 5-year-old grandson, Stetson.
Boom, boom.
The Schwen family owns or controls over 34,000 acres of land. The Pryor Mountain area is a great spot to let the reins out and have the horses cut loose. cattle graze in the high pasture during the hot summer months and are moved to lower elevations as winter approaches.
When a guest comes to visit us, we tell them they can be a guest here for 15 minutes. And after that, they have to be one of the family.
So Wes, what are we cooking up there?
These are our hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres?
We have some onions, which will come out of here tasting like onion rings. The potatoes are kind of like a potato chip. Then we're going to have some zucchini and some mushrooms.
While the women worked hard in the kitchen, the boys were, well, just being boys. Don't expect any Nouvelle California cuisine here. Just a good old all-American pitchfork fondue. After a hard day's work, evenings at the ranch are time to kick back, enjoy a good meal, and each other's company.
By nightfall, it was time to cut loose, and everyone got into the act with an impromptu fashion show.
Look forward to walking.